Whew! Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Salutations. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Hello. God, I'm so excited and nervous. Not Bergen, thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate it. I'm very nervous, y'all. Oh my god. Whew. Whenever I asked you guys, I remember, whenever I asked you guys on the very first Ace Attorney stream, I think I asked you guys what were your favorite Ace Attorney games in the franchise. And a large amount of you said that this was your favorite game. A lot of you. I remember that. So, but I can already understand why. There's like a lot of build-up to this game. The first two games are definitely a build-up to this. Because I'm sure we're gonna get the conclusion of a lot of things that were left open-ended. A lot of character arcs left untouched. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. I'm very, very excited. I've tried to predict what is going to happen in terms of storytelling, because I could not predict anything with the second game. In terms of, like, the direction the game was gonna go in, I couldn't predict anything. So now I realize, alright, so I have, let's talk about it. So, I think that, so if the first game was about, it was Miles' arc, basically. The first game was about Miles Edgeworth. And it was about his character arc, his discovery of himself, why he is a prosecutor, right? That's the first game. Miles Edgeworth, character development, the game. Now, the second game was more the second game mirrored the first one. I mentioned it yesterday. So, the same arc that Miles went through is the same arc that Phoenix went through in the second game. So they were, in terms of character development and their purpose for why they do what they do, Phoenix, it was his turn in the second game. So if you have the first game with the Miles development and the second game with the Phoenix development, where they were a direct mirror of each other, I think it is only logical that the third game... So the first game is the we meet again after all these years arc. Getting back together arc. The second game was the divorce arc. The third game is the marriage arc. I think it's only logical. I think that Miles and Phoenix Wright are gonna be working together in a lot of this game. I think it makes the most sense. They set up both of their character arcs in the same way, mirrored off of each other in these first two games. So this third game, they have both had their development. Now they're setting up Franziska's development. So she'll be an awkward third wheel in here at some point in time. So we'll see what happens from this one. I don't know. They kind of just like really heavily spilled out their feelings for each other, which is kind of wild. I still can't believe that that happened yesterday. Like, I think about that and I'm like, holy crap, that happened. Miles actually expressed his feelings. That's crazy. That's actually crazy to me. It's hard for my brain to wrap around that fact actually still. D Rage, thank you for the 21-month Prime sub. Not Bergen, thank you for the 12 months. Also, yesterday I had a tier 3 sub that I did not thank, and thank you so much, Josh, the engineer, for the 3-month for the subbing for 3 months on tier 1 in advance. That means a lot. I got really bad with subs yesterday. I was a little bit overwhelmed. But yeah. I'm very excited for the direction of this game. I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm also slightly nervous because this is the last stream that I am having in this space, because for the next 2 weeks I will be working at my brother's place. We only came across like some technical issues last time I was there in December. So I think we should be fine, because I did stream from his place for like 2 weeks before, and it went well. So I think we should be okay. But I am still a little bit nervous. I'm also nervous because his apartment, the walls are a lot thinner at his place, and I am fucking loud. Thankfully, the walls in the apartment that we live in is like concrete. I don't hear my neighbors ever. These are very thick walls. So I can scream and somebody will hear me, but it'll be a lot more muffled. Now, me being at my brother's place, hoping isn't a huge issue because I'm loud. And I feel like the whole apartment complex is going to hear my ass. So I'm a little bit nervous about that because I imagine this game is going to make me go wild, and I am not going to hold back my feelings, but I am probably going to piss off a lot of neighbors in these next 2 weeks. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm just anticipating this. What am I going to do? Like, if I'm excited, I can't just, like, not scream, you know? Like, I cannot hold back my reactions. This is who I am. It's who I always have been. I have always been a loud motherfucker since I was born, baby. So we'll see. Friday, that's why I'm not sure yet if we're having a Friday stream, because tomorrow I'm driving down. But Friday, it depends on, like, tomorrow I have to drive down, which it's a 8-hour drive, so it's all day. And then I have to set up my whole computer setup by Thursday night so that I can stream on Friday. I think I should be able to set up by then. It should be okay. But I can't guarantee a Friday stream as of right now. Just throwing it out there in advance. I'm not sure. I would love to stream on Friday. And if I did, maybe it could be like a little bit later if I'm running a little bit late on setting everything up. But yeah, that's my situation for the next 2 weeks. I'll be working remotely at my brother's place. You gotta go door to door to all the neighbors and say, "Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Miles Edgeworth?" No. I don't want to do that. So anyway, I don't think I'll delay too long here. I love chit-chatting with y'all, but one, I am afraid of people already spoiling things. I don't want to accidentally read something and then hate my whole life, and this game is ruined for me, you know? It won't be ruined for me, but I kind of just want to jump into it. And then let me pin this comment for the YouTube chat so YouTube can better behave. Even though it doesn't really work, but hey, it's an attempt. It's an attempt. Also, can we just, we haven't really done this enough. Justice, thank you so much for the Prime sub, I appreciate it. We have not done this enough in this channel, especially because this playthrough has gone bonkers on all of my socials. Can we just thank the mods for a second? They have been working so hard to make my experience of this game pure and handle all of your asses that are misbehaving all the time. So just give a shout out to the mods. Send them your love. They have been working extremely hard and they do not get enough credit for the work that they do. So please be kind to them. They are there just doing the job of making sure that I do not get spoiled. Do not take things personally if you get things deleted. It's just part of the stream, man. It's just part of the stream. I want to be as blind as possible. They're just doing the job. So shout out to the mods. They're amazing, and they've been working really hard. It's been a rough playthrough for them. So, and I'm working on getting more mods. I'm really trying because I know that we need it. It's just really hard to find good mods. It's really, really hard. So we're working on it. But in the meantime, I do need a bit of cooperation because it's a lot to deal with. So just try to cooperate if you can. Deleted content for comments for the betterment of content. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate it too, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to read chat at all out of fear. So if the mods weren't there, I wouldn't be able to interact with you guys at all. Because I value this playthrough so much. I really do. Well, that in every game that I play, like, I don't like being spoiled. It really does sour my mood a lot. I hate it. I hate that I'm like that, but at the same time, I'm working on it. But I really do value my experiences to be super blind. Like, one of my favorite things in life in general, if you don't know me at all, I love surprises so much. Like, it's one of my favorite things. Like, I like riding the high of life of just constantly being surprised. I love surprises. It's my favorite thing. So, like, I hate it when surprises are spoiled for me. Hate it so much. Because I value it so much. I really like surprises, so... it's a big value of mine. I don't know, it makes life fun and exciting. That's why I like surprises. So that's why I'm very strict on, like, backseating stuff and things like that, because it's important to me. I like these experiences a lot. But yeah, thank you guys so much for behaving in the chat and be nice to the mods and everything. So we'll get going here. The heart rate monitor is on and doing great things. So yeah, let's do this, okay? How dare I enjoy surprises? I really do like surprises too much. I think I annoy Dom a lot, my partner. I annoy him a lot. Because sometimes, even in our relationship, that'll come up a lot. I'm like, oh, you shouldn't have told me that, because I would have liked that as a surprise. Like, hey, we're going out to dinner. Don't tell me where, just take me there. Like, I don't want to know. Don't ruin the surprise. Like, things like that. I'm really silly. I'm really silly. Like, don't even tell me where we're going to dinner. Don't tell me where you're gonna take me out on a date. Just take me there. Just take me. I don't want to know. I'm like that in real life too, don't worry. I'm pretty bad. I like surprises so much. It's so fun. All right, let's do this. There is one thing that I wanted to do. If you guys don't mind. I have to remember what save it is. Back here. I really wanted to see what would happen if you said to mark him as not guilty. Matt on guard is not guilty. I really want to see this before I overwrite the save, you know? Because I keep these saves for a reason. Mia's disappointed. Maya, I'm sorry. Wait! Wait, she comes in regardless? The outcome is the same! I stressed out for nothing! I was expecting a bad ending. But no, not in this house. Whatever. What's this one? I tried to be careful with my saves here. Oh no, this is not it. Okay. Here's my lawyer badge. Okay, so I can overwrite these save. What is this save that I have? I just need to figure out what I can overwrite here. Right, Chief, plead. Oh, this is the end of the trial outcome. So I did plead not guilty. I'm gonna say plead guilty now. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make your crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here. Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you set foot out the detention center, your life would be in danger. No matter which way you look at it, you can't run away from your crime anymore. Oh, he still has his breakout. I like the other option better. I like the other option better. Okay. All right, so title screen we go. Oh God, I changed the settings by accident. Oh no, now it got really loud. Okay. Oh wait. I didn't read before. I'm a mess, y'all. Anyway. Also, I do want to say when it comes to like alternate options and endings and stuff, I still don't know. I don't want to know other things, by the way. Like, I know a lot of people have been like trying to comment on my videos like, oh, if you would have said this or shown this, you would have gotten this. But let me tell you something. I don't read that shit because I still don't want to know other outcomes, because I will absolutely be playing this game more in my future. Like, this is probably my favorite series, like Ace Attorney. So I would greatly appreciate it if you guys don't tell me about like alternate dialogues, alternate ending type of stuff. Like, it makes me have something to look forward to whenever I play the game again in the future. Because now that I've played the game, I can go back myself and experience these other options, knowing like correct evidence to present at places. Like, I can fuck around a little bit more and get more dialogue for myself. But yeah, so I still don't really want to know stuff that I'm missing per se. Just throwing it out there. I really want to have something to look forward to when I play again, you know? Okay. Now that I got those options out of the way, new game. I didn't realize like the first game is actually just called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And then it's Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Justice for All. And then Trials and Tribulation. God, I'm so excited. Ah! Wait, is that Mia? Wait. Huh? Turnabout Memories. Oh my God, is that a baby Phoenix? Wait, what is going on? He looks like a teenager. Wait. Huh? how did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? That girl. You shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business! I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. He's wearing a pink whoa, what the hell is this outfit? It wasn't me! I didn't... Phoenix, right. I didn't do it! Maybe Phoenix has a twin, that's not him. 5 years earlier? Wait, Mia Fey second what? Holy, what is happening? By the way, Oranim, thank you so much for the €5 donation. I really appreciate it. I don't have much to do with my Google Play wallet, so here, straight from France. Oh, thank you so much, Oranim. That's so sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. That's very sweet. Sorry I missed that donation earlier. Phew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem. Oh, this is interesting. Grossberg was another character that was left unattended from the first game. There's more to this guy, too. Oh, shit. Whoa! Whoa, do I dare look at these characters? I probably shouldn't yet. I probably shouldn't.
Third game, let's go O.
Wait, oh, the attorney's badge. Proof of my profession. The first and last time I wore it was a year ago. Okay, I shouldn't look yet. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's in the court record, though. Anyway, whenever Grossberg just pops up on my screen, he calls for an emergency mustache! Pulling from the mustache of mustaches, which one? They all suck. This one. This mustache. I gotta get a Grossberg mustache, man. I can't do Grossberg without it. Like, who am I if I don't have a mustache? I'm putting it upside down. Oh, Miss Grossberg, good morning.
Oh, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're gonna get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know.
What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed.
Let go of my lapels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer.
I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm so nervous today.
That's right, this is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I'm Marvin Grossberg, I'm at your service.
Actually, this is my second time in court.
Still, you surprised me with your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully, too.
I just found out yesterday about this case, I mean.
Well, you've already learned all the relevant facts.
Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think.
Oh dear. In any case, don't let our client see you so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client.
Oh my god. This is I don't know.
Hold it!
Okay. Silent Whispering, thank you for the tier 1 sub, I appreciate it. And Red Diamond, thank you for the 10 pounds, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. God, I need to visit the UK soon. Oh my. This is Phoenix Wright. So how old is he right now? 21. So this is... In the first game, he's 24. Second game, he's 25. So this is 3 years before the first game takes place. So, Grossberg, age 61, my superior and the head of Grossberg Law Offices. So this is actually a Mia POV, not a Phoenix POV. Very interesting. I love that. Oh, there's the donation going through.
O2 donated £10 through Super Chat. Excited to see you play this game.
Oh.
Hope you have fun sending good vibes from the UK.
Thank you so much, Red Diamond. I really appreciate it. So, Phoenix Wright is 21, my client, a third-year art student at Ivy University. Art? He currently has a cold. What? Phoenix Wright is, what I'm gathering is like a Phoenix Wright is a goddamn mess. What is this man? A third-year art student. What? Doug Swallow, age 22, the victim. He was a fourth-year pharmacology student at Ivy University. Dalia Hawthorne. Why do I feel like I've heard this name somewhere before? Dalia Hawthorne, Phoenix Wright's girlfriend, dated the victim, Doug Swallow, up until 8 months ago. Oh no! So, wait, they were a thing, and then she dumped him for Phoenix? Oh, damn, Phoenix, get it! Okay! Okay. Hello. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, Mia. I just wanted to say, I'll give it all I've got. Yep, it'll be fine, no prob. Oh my God, Phoenix. Wait, why are we saying ByCon? Did I miss something? I'm confused. Oh, because he has a girlfriend and he's dating Miles Edgeworth. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, that's what you guys were talking about. Like, what the fuck are you guys going on about? Okay. I thought you were talking about somebody else, and I'm like, wait, but I don't know these characters. Yes, Phoenix, okay. Good to know. Good to know he can date, you know, a girl and then also Miles at the same time. It's great. Yep, it'll be fine, no problem. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Rye? Actually, it's Wright. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. Like the Wright brothers, oh my God. And yes, I have a cold. That's what this mask is for. My doc says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says.
Hey, I wanted to be there yesterday, but couldn't make it. You might guess from my nickname who's my favorite characters in the second game. Hope you love this one even more.
There is something really terrifying about getting a sub from Shelly the Butler. Thank you for the 4 months. Little scared. Good day to you. Anyway, what was I gonna say about Phoenix? I got distracted by Shelly the Butler showing up in my chat. Jeez. Phoenix, what an icon. Can I just say, wearing a very bright-ass pink and red shirt is, it's a statement. If I had to guess, because it has like a heart with a P on it, I am gonna guess that his girlfriend bought him this sweater, and that's why he's wearing it. Dalia definitely bought it for him. Without a doubt. Like, no doubt in my mind. Oh my god, thanks for gifting a sub to Shelly the Killer. I appreciate it. I'm terrified. Oh, okay, I'm just... Chat's scary. My doc says it this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please, let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be nervous. You need to stay strong for your client, Mia. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly. I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time, I'm going to win. For my client, and for myself. I really like this start. This is so good. And she has Grossberg. Oh my god, is that Pain with hair? Pain pre-balding? Oh, the music!
Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright.
Damn, what a start. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it?
Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem?
I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be leading the defense.
Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of an emergency.
Emergency? Isn't that him standing there right next to you?
Yes, well...
You're just a rookie. Are you sure you can handle this?
Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look.
Woo!
Of course, Your Honor. I think. Mia!
Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend his time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl, it will all be over soon.
What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me?
Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was a student named Doug Swallow.
I forgot to look at the autopsy. Oops. Date and time of death was April 9th at 3 p.m. Cause of death was a fatal electric shock. Electric? Ah, he got struck by lightning. I got it. There was a thunderstorm that night, Your Honor, and he actually got struck by lightning. So I rest my case. Phoenix Wright is innocent because of weather. The weather is the culprit. Please arrest thunderstorms. Thank you.
He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology.
It sounds like he was a very bright young man.
Yes, well, next we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime.
Oh, I guess we can immediately see the electric shock. Yikes. Oh, okay.
Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway, they then called the police.
Little do they know that Phoenix Wright is, he's too, baby boy princess for doing this type of shit. Like, yeah, really, like, could you spend 10 minutes with this man and just see that clearly he is incapable of murder of any sort? Like, I'm pretty sure you just need 10 minutes spending your time with Phoenix Wright. Like, yeah, he's actually too baby girl for this shit.
That certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Very well, the court accepts this photo into the record as evidence. by the way, I can't tell the cause of death from this photo.
Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death.
An unusual death?
What do you mean, Mr. Payne?
Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question.
Huh?
A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I am a genteel man, if you will.
A what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of.
Grossberg, emergency mustache. A perfect opportunity. What was it? The cause. Go on. Please say you know at least that much.
I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file.
My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Oh my god! Might be TMI, but it's fine. And now see here. The details of the case are filed under the court record, but you knew that already, didn't you?
Ah, the court record. I think I can see that.
All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you consider, my dear.
Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay, let's take a look.
Now then, would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death?
Hypothermia, Your Honor. According to the court record, it was a fatal electric shock. In other words, electrocution.
Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue.
What's that?
Motive, of course.
Faith, God, thank you for the 17 months, I appreciate it.
Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean?
Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're the defendant's defense attorney, so you must know all about it.
Stone donated $10 through Super Chat. I think Grossberg will find this case a pain in the ass.
Thank you for the $10 donation, Hunter. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. That's a very kind, generous donation. I forgot. I can actually like donations. But I could do that for some reason. That's weird. But I could do that.
I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this.
I really don't like this smug guy's attitude.
That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator. If you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of the bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence. No need to go get all worked up. As I said, all our weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and then shove it in old Greybeard's face.
Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face.
Mr. Grossberg, try to set a better example for the young lady. Mia, evidence isn't the only thing in the court record. People's profiles are as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence. Now then, let's see what you've got. What was the cause of the bad blood between the Phoenix Wright and the victim?
Oh god, now Winston Payne is on here. A veteran lawyer with a little too much confidence. A little bit. Oh my god, Mia's take that! That was so cute! Take that! The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here.
Dalia Hawthorne, is it?
Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. But up until 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in this story.
he's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
The defendant himself. Well, Miss Faye?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand.
He's such an idiot. How can you not love Phoenix Wright just by staring at this man? Oh my god.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Yes, my name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, right now, I guess I'm a suspect. No, he means, what did you do before you were arrested? Oh, I was a university student.
Mr. Wright, you understand that you are suspected in the death of your fellow student, but
I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was. Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold to the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor.
He's adorable, Your Honor. I love him.
I admit I was there, but I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
What the fuck, Phoenix? Phoenix!
Phoenix! You can't do that!
Phoenix. There's a time and there's a place for everything. Oh, God.
So you hardly knew the victim? Right, like I said, I'm not a killer.
Phew. It looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know, too naive. Huh?
It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady.
And that would be?
This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination.
He's right, unless the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to determine if a witness's testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client in court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that? Is he saying that testimony just now? That there was a lie? A contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Faye.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying.
Aw, Phoenix Wright! He would never!
You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Oh, the music, yes! When you say there, you mean the place where the victim was murdered?
Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway.
Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence.
Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow.
It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. A coincidence, huh? I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body.
You say you found the body, so who called the police?
Huh?
Unfortunately, it was some other students that notified the police.
Other students?
That's correct. They were witnesses. Witnesses who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock.
At the time, though, the wire wasn't... So did Phoenix just punch the guy and he fell over like a pussy-ass bitch? And then, like, somebody cut the wire and it, like, swoops down to electrocute him to death? That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate for Phoenix, right? I hope that that's not... this guy! I hope he got his punch in, though. I mean... It's... we'll see. We'll see. Is this true, Mr. Wright? Oh my god, Phoenix. Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body, but I hardly knew the guy to begin with. So, you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no, I mean, so, which is it? Did you know him or not? And now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing all day. I guess I did know his name. Dalia, thank you for the Prime sub, appreciate it. Enjoy your emotes. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Dolly? Cute. Who is this Dolly person?
Ah, yes, that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dalia Hawthorne.
Oh, yes, I see. Ah, young love, you so bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Damn, Mia. Phoenix. Well, Mr. Wright? No, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Wright, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew that the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well, he was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. Phoenix. What is this man doing? He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. What is it now? Who is this person anyway, this Union Jack fellow?
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the stars and stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor, your insight astounds me.
Okay. Huh, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Emergency mustache. Mia, there's a contradiction here.
Mr. Grossberg.
Quickly now, and show that boy you mean business. With evidence, I mean.
Okay, Mia, check the court record carefully. My god, my mustache.
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
I can handle it. 1 year ago, I was in a courtroom just like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You must try to bite off more than you can chew, Mia.
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, make sure you present some proof.
Okay, Mia. One more time from the very beginning of his testimony.
Phoenix.
I feel so bad. He shouldn't be here. Are you certain that you saw the Union Jack?
Yeah, I'm sure. It was right on there on his back. Miss Faye, is there some point to this line of questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back.
Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt that he was wearing.
I was under the impression that you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd have no idea at all what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Phoenix! Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me. Oh god, Mia's mad. Mia's mad.
Oh, please forgive me! Mia, you've made our client cry.
Let him. That P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright. You seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
Was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at this photo from the crime scene.
Oh, what's this? Is in the victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X.
Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to. Especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Yikes. Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Poor Phoenix. Poor Phoenix.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence.
Very well, the court will accept them into the record.
The victim's watch stopped at the time of death. Oh wow, they just like really spelled it out for you. Found clutched in the victim's hand, covered in Wright's fingerprints. Wow. I can't... That's upside down. Come on, dude. 305. Okay.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased functioning when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this?
This is really bad.
Oh, my buttocks, my poor hemorrhoids.
Why? Why? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then at around 3 o'clock, we split up. And then later, when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident.
And Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Faye, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. But Phoenix is so innocent. I mean, look at that pink shirt in a courtroom. Come on. Who wears pink in a courtroom with a big old heart with a P on it and is gonna be guilty? Like, nobody, no guilty person would wear this outfit in a courtroom. I'm just saying. Have you ever met the victim before then? No, never! But that day, he called me up and told me that he wanted to talk about Dolly.
And this Dolly person is...
My, it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart! That's cute. She's my sweetheart. He didn't say girlfriend. He said sweetheart.
Oh, what was that for, Mia?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
Dalia Hawthorne was also the lover. That was not Pain.
Dalia Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim, Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated that you should meet at 2:45?
Yeah, we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist, I see.
I gotta admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole lab and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? Maybe I should ask him for some more details? I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department.
Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though.
A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity?
That's right, and they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are high voltage cables everywhere.
High voltage cables?
Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof.
Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. So you're absolutely certain that you met at 2:45?
Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much.
Experiments?
Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab whipping up something.
Well, it looks like he's right about the time anyway.
Witness, let's go on with your testimony.
So what was it that you were talking about?
You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime.
Hang out again sometime? Ugh, I wish that were true.
Then later, when I went back, I found him lying there.
So you say you went back?
Yeah, that's when I found the body.
Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him?
Well, that's right, I was.
Why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there?
I thought maybe we could make up.
Phoenix. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of the year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. Oh my god, she makes him homemade lunches? This is a spoiled man. Absolutely spoiled man. Her mini omelets are magically delicious!
Yeah, why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. Mia. Mia is very touchy and aggressive. First, she's like shaking Phoenix's shoulders at the beginning, like, what are you doing? And now she's just like, needs to hit something. Twice now.
I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met at approximately the time of death. And then the defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
What do you mean? I knew it was too much work for a little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor.
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? And I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is... You are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. That's her concern. This is the beginning of the game and I'm already saving. Yeah, let's do it. Let's not, you know what, balls in, let's go. Your Honor. I believe that if we were to piece together everything we've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes? An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Of course I knew that. Actually, I'd totally forgotten about that.
Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you've got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
There's nothing that even remotely resembles a murder weapon. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Faye, where exactly is this photo?
Well, naturally, it's right here.
What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard. The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
The high voltage cable?
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly sounds plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order.
Don't toy with me, old man.
Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was the defendant.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
You mean that the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well.
You mean?
Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
I can only think of
One way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder, he squarely pushed the victim toward the severed electrical cable.
But it wasn't at the time, but sure. They did have a kerfuffle. They had a little bit of a kerfuffle, but it's okay.
That's enough! I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, and we're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mira. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Your Honor!
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case.
There we go, Mia.
Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
But I can't. I just can't say it.
If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me.
Miss Faye. Whoa!
Hello, front-facing Phoenix Ray. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you, and I'll represent you until the very end.
We've already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything.
Wait a minute!
Mr. Wright?
I'll tell you what really happened.
But I've already told you, Mr. Wright. There's no need for further...
I did it.
I admit it, I pushed him! It's my fault! My fault that Doug Swallow was dead!
Oh. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's gonna be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me, there's something you need to know about that girl. Just don't talk about her like that. He was just defending his sweetheart.
What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, everyone would think I was a murderer for sure.
As things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced that you are.
Please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear, I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. He really did push the victim.
It feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem shh.
I hate that I'm laughing at that. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that.
A simple explanation indeed.
At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted.
But when I pushed him, there wasn't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't... Thanks.
Miss Faye, let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. So what kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you?
He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said that she was a bad girl.
Oh.
Is that all?
Yup.
Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself.
Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a little bit more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. A light, gentle shove. And when you did that, there were no severed cables anywhere to be seen.
Right! There was nothing like that at all.
But it is possible that you merely overlooked it.
Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt.
I believe that's what's important here is the moment that occurred. Let's continue on.
A loud noise. And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright?
I'm not sure, but it was really loud. It was like, snap!
You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was.
Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important, so try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Could it have been... Yes, could it have been... Hurry up and tell us! When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That was probably the noise that I heard.
An umbrella? And did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail, kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in that testimony?
Your Honor, yes and no. There's a lot of weird things here. The fact that in this crime photo, he's laying the other direction, chest down. Because he was pushed onto his back. I don't understand that. Well, of course it's important. The new information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important. No, this cheap umbrella is more than important. It's vital. I don't think it is, but sure. I want to officially have it entered into the testimony.
Oh, how perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing this to Phoenix. It was just really funny. So, Mr. Swallow fell on top of his umbrella, and you are certain of this? Yeah, he was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it forever. Imagine being Phoenix. You're so mad about him smack-talking your girlfriend that you push the guy onto the ground and then you would snipe his umbrella and just walk away like a Giga Chad. Okay. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. Oh my god, he did.
She did make it for him.
I was like, there's no way that this man chose to wear this sweater. It's definitely a gift from the girlfriend. It's gotta be. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball, Mia.
I'm sorry. What is Grossberg contributing to this court? Nothing. He's contributed nothing. Mia's doing this all by herself with no assistance from Grossberg at all. He's just here. He's not even helping. He's not even helping. Oh, punching bag? Yeah, I guess he's just a punching bag. Yeah, of course. Punching bag. That's what Mia needs. She doesn't need help in a courtroom. She just needs a punching bag. It makes sense. Evie, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I really appreciate that. You don't have time to watch, but love your personality. Thank you, that's so sweet. What the fuck? Thank you. I hope that you keep enjoying the streams. After you shoved the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious.
You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition?
Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. So I went back. And that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. Phoenix. Phoenix. You wouldn't happen to be... No. He wouldn't cover up for someone else. You wouldn't. Oh, God. Phoenix. Baby girl. You are, Jeez, could that stupid cough possibly sound any phonier?
In that case, it's very hard to believe that someone else could have been the murderer.
Wait, Grossberg's actually being useful. Hold on.
Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear, I'm afraid that the judge will make his decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Right now, I need more info. Info that will help me turn into some contradictions. Phoenix. I think your girlfriend. We gotta have a chat about your girlfriend. We gotta have a little chat about your girlfriend. Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier.
What do you mean by that?
Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electric pole.
You are absolutely right.
The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive.
No!
Order, order! The victim, he moved. Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the crime scene.
I want it presented as evidence immediately.
But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind.
According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There simply was no way that it could have been blown there by the wind.
I know this matter of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render final judgment. No! I must say, I still find it hard to believe that a huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony.
Oh, Phoenix's testimony, okay.
Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. It was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess, you have another witness.
Exactly. And this witness's testimony will be incontrovertible.
It's Dalia. But she did it.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dalia Hawthorne.
You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right, she was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Whew. Bad news? You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. Akihiko runs in.
I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
And Mia, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dalia Hawthorne.
Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's all right. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh?
Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Oh, sweetie, Phoenix. He has no idea. How long have you two been dating? Why do you think that?
Oh, what do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why.
The love of your life, huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Dalia Hawthorne?
Sure, no problem.
Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. In a courthouse? Very romantic. Man, it's like you and Miles Edgeworth meeting in a courthouse and then dating 8 months later. It's like, I don't know. Anyway. Oh my god. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. On the side. Goes to art school. still has Miles Edgeworth on the brain. Studying law on the side. On the side! I can just assure you. I can assure you that if Miles Edgeworth heard this, he would be ripping his goddamn hair out. Imagine losing to a guy who didn't even major in being a lawyer. Like, this is his minor. In college. This is... This is truly something else. I could just feel Edgeworth mauling. One day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. Oh my god, sweetie. Oh no! Oh no! As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Phoenix Wright! Oh my god! Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. The day we met, oh my god. Phoenix is actually a baby girl, man. Is she? Okay, how can someone be so naive? Studying law, by the way. Okay, anyway. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off, but before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as a present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little dolly. It certainly is a little bottle, all right. It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. Oh my god. I want to share my happiness with the whole world. He's a baby boy. Anyway, so up after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating? Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dalia Hawthorne, 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to have been on August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was! How did you... This happened on August 27th, right here in this courthouse. What's this, a newspaper clipping? Let's see, murder? Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, my hemorrhoids! I see. I mean, I think I understand what you're trying to say, and I think I understand why you suddenly took a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? I hope you don't mind me asking, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go ahead and have a look downstairs in the reading room, downstairs reading room, and see what else I can find. Thank you. I'll help with whatever I can. I can do whatever I can. It looks like recess is about over. Let's get moving. I guess so. I'm sorry. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. I like this music. All right. Moving right along. What a great start. Jasper, thank you so much for the $5 super chat donation. I appreciate it. I bet Grossberg is doing the Harlem Shake in the reading room. Stop! Stop! Oh, what are you doing? Take that comment back.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Payne, please call your witness.
This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Dalia Hawthorne to the stand.
She even has little butterflies. What's with this stiff silence?
In my long career as a judge, I have been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I must admit that you radiate a glow of complete sincerity.
It's always the innocent-looking ones, isn't it? Always. I can't believe he actually said that.
Oh, then witness, could you please state your full name?
Don't worry, sweetie. There's no need to be nervous.
If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I'll cut them down to size.
And I will bash them with my gavel.
I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. You were all so nice. I almost feel right at home.
Not at all.
It was nothing.
If we may move on now, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Dalia Hawthorne. I'm a junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
I know, the honor is all mine.
Well, we know whose milkshake brings all the boys.
Who did localization? Localization team, please!
What are these, like, early 2000 references? It's like, I feel like I'm a teenager again. What is happening? Oh, God. I gotta screenshot that, though. Localization, localization, localization. What are you doing? My God, I can't be mad. It's so funny, though. Sir?
Is there something I can help you with?
You just go on and say whatever is on your mind.
I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny wouldn't kill anyone. I just know it. Feeny.
Yes, I can see why you'd say that.
She's gonna be a tough witness, all right. It only took her 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger.
Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please.
I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dougie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dougie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they called the authorities. Oh my God! Y'all are really popping off on the support. Thank you so much. Colander, thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you so much. And Forgotten Serenity, thank you for the £5 donation. Thank you guys so much for all the support. God, I really, really appreciate it. I'm really happy that you guys are enjoying this playthrough a lot. It really means a lot. Thank you so much.
I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hawthorne, the defendant didn't do anything wrong.
Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot the flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it is my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth.
But I would never. That's more than enough, witness. I won't allow this to continue.
What do you mean by that?
Please, just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I, for one, don't plan to win my case on a bunch of paper-thin lies. You haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey.
Okay, I didn't expect that. She knows her?
What's this? So you two are acquainted?
Yes, we've met before, once. In the courtroom?
In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours.
It's good to see you again, Madam Fey. Madam! I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Mr. Wright is in the art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by the pharmacology building? Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese senryu poetry.
Oh, how wonderful. It's that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes?
Nothing left to do. When a man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area.
Yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors.
How else would you enter? Teleportation? So who is this Dougie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Doug Swallow. We were dating until about 8 months ago. So, what were Dougie, Mr. Swallow, and Mr. Wright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined.
That's right, Miss Fey.
Don't drag the witness down to your level.
Why am I being demonized here?
Please, go on. What did you see next?
Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on its own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny never did a thing to Dougie. If I press her for no good reason, I just know that the judge will get angry with me. So, what should I do about her testimony?
Fuck the judge, who cares?
Oh wait, usually the first option is press. Oh, I actually had to read. That's the first time it wasn't the first option to press harder. Show contradiction. Okay. You know what? Actually, no. I will leave it alone for just the moment. Let me press the other options and I'll come back to it. And what did Mr. Wright say when he saw you? I'm sorry. I was so flustered that I really don't remember. Please forgive me. You don't remember?
Well, that's common enough. Sometimes I can't recall a sentence I passed only minutes prior.
Please, someone, anyone, stop him before he gets hurt by me. I went to go and find some other students. When you say students, do you mean students from the pharmacology department? Yes, they're all very fond of their drugs. Please try to stay on topic. So to find some pharmacology students, you went to the labs, correct? Yo, what the fuck? Devin with the $50 donation. Are you serious? What is happening today? God. Thank you so much, Devin. I really appreciate that. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's going on today, but I really appreciate it, chats. Both of you, Twitch and YouTube. Thank you so much. God. I'm gonna fucking cry. Y'all have been like so kind during this whole playthrough. I'm just... Thank you. That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I wound up not going. A group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow, they all seemed to know what was going on. The students knew what was going on? But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just, they all- there it is.
Devin Page donated $49.99 through Super Chat. Whoop whoop. Finally at Trials and Tribulations.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. It doesn't look like I'm gonna get any more info out about the students.
So, did the students call the police?
Yes, I was so panicked.
Yes, well, anyone would have been, my dear.
That girl, she's telling a super obvious lie and she knows it. She's just pretending to protect Mr. Wright. Yeah, that's gotta be it. Way to go, Mia. Okay, that means I'm going to have to dig deep to find the contradiction on this one. I have to relook at my evidence real quick, because we've been getting a lot of stuff. So this is the second one that holds that. That's the original. Now we have the umbrella. We have Phoenix's testimony. Small bottle necklace given to Wright on the day they met. An article from A28. So, murder in the courthouse. Very little information is being disclosed at this time since the victim of yesterday's incident is the district courthouse cafeteria. Wait. Since the victim of yesterday's incident is in the cafeteria is said to have been a lawyer. However, police are questioning the 19-year-old female college student who was sitting with the victim. Definitely her, but the lawyer, though. The victim is said to have been a lawyer. Oh, is that what she's talking about? Mia? It's Mia? No. That'd be weird. Oh, I thought that was it. Oops. Oh, it was this one. Show the contradiction. I don't know what I'm doing. Feeble lies are not very becoming, Miss Hawthorne, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never.
Miss Vey, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job.
Now then, Miss Hawthorne. The defendant's palm print was found on Mr. Swallow's leather jacket. It has already been shown that Mr. Wright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try to cover for the defendant. It would be much harder if you came out and told us the whole... It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth.
There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything that you saw.
Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. Looks like we're finally getting somewhere. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dougie fell to the ground.
And at that time, there was only the two of them at the scene? The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Doug Swallow?
Yes, that's right. What did it look like they were doing to you? I thought that they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. Oh, give me a break. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Nothing at all, Mr. Judge.
Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. And now then, please proceed with your testimony.
Mr. Judge.
You say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed, looking at the scenery around me.
Mia! Mia!
That's nice, but I find that just a little odd. I have here the testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix Wright, and he clearly testified to the effect that when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that? If you were really that close to the two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well?
Well, maybe the noise just wasn't all that memorable.
But according to Mr. Wright's testimony, it was a sharp noise, like a snap. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer?
By all means.
I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on, and I was listening to music at that time.
Headphones? You mean that both of your ears were covered?
The rain was just beginning to let up, but it seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end yet. So the sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out.
Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all.
Wait a second, Mia. That testimony just now. She said something that could totally change this whole case. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness's testimony.
What do you mean?
Didn't you notice she said there was lightning, correct?
Yes, what about it?
Lightning is actually a large discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right?
Now's not the time for a science lesson, Miss Faye.
Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from being hit by a bolt of lightning? Oh my god, wait, I said that at the beginning. I know that's not the case, but I think it's funny that it still came up, though.
I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me.
Kevin, why are you coming into my chat and just saying Edgeworth? He's not even here. He's not even here. I just wear the cravat because I can, but, you know. Just what kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? I like Edgeworth. I like Edgeworth too. Raise your hand if you're in this chat and you like Miles Edgeworth. I think that's literally everybody. He's great, yeah. Too bad he's not even gonna be in this game. I bet he's not even in Trials and Tribulations. He's just never gonna show up. Alright, peace. See ya. What? That's iconic. Comes into the chat, says Miles Edgeworth, leaves. Wow. Top tier chatter. This entire case is built on the premise that Mr. Doug Swallow was murdered. But that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that Mr. Swallow was, in fact, the victim of a stray bolt.
It appears on the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental?
All right, you did it, Mia. I'll be taking that not guilty.
I'm hurt that you have such a low opinion of me, Miss Faye. I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at the location.
What?
What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to the case.
Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence?
This affidavit.
And who is this affidavit from?
The pharmacology students who were conducting experiments in their labs that day. Allow me to read out to the court the testimony of the pharmacology students. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 p.m. that day.
Was it a blackout?
All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor.
So you're saying that the equipment lost power because...
Precisely. They lost power because of the severed electrical cable. The power outage occurred at approximately 3 p.m.
Which fits with the time of death listed in the autopsy report.
Exactly! In other words, the victim died as a result of touching the severed electrical cable. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even the smallest bump would have caused them to break.
However, there's one thing that troubles me. If the cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct?
Well, I suppose you could say that.
Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of the severed cable?
Your Honor. I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try to regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion.
Well then, let's hear it. Who or what is it that caused the cable to break?
Who? Can I just... Sorry, I hate her, Your Honor. I'm gonna do it. This is why the cable snapped.
Well, Your Honor.
I believe that the only thing that has snapped is the mind of the defense.
Ah, that was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor.
I just really wanted to accuse her. Goddamn video game. Goddamn video game. Oh, are they implying that it's the shove? I don't know, well, do you say Phoenix because of the shove, or do you say Doug because he's the person that bumped it? Both, Your Honor. Please think back to Mr. Wright's testimony. He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard a loud, sharp noise. Now, this happened at around 3 p.m., correct? The lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m., which fits right in Mr. Wright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Wright's shove that caused the power outage.
Yes, the prosecution also came to that same conclusion. And it was the very shove that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted.
I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne.
What's that supposed to mean?
Take a good look at where the victim landed after being shoved. See the umbrella? It's by the electrical pole. That's right, the victim banged into that pole as a result of being pushed. It was that impact that caused the cable to break.
That makes sense, and then the victim was electrocuted.
Damn, Mia. Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but no, it doesn't make sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the far pole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by this severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Slay girl! The lamentations of my enemy, how I've longed to hear them.
It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem to be any way the defendant...
Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? The Madam Attorney's explanation. She said some things that are a little different than I remember. What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time, please, Mr. Judge?
Of course, it's all right. Just go right ahead and give your new testimony.
This is it. She's finally starting to show her true colors. Little bitch. The truth is, Beanie pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole, and that's when the cable broke. When Dougie tried his best to run away from him, but Beanie caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted, it all occurred in less than 1 minute.
The victim got up and tried to run away.
And that's when the defendant pushed him for the second time.
I'm so sorry, Beanie, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge?
Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. And now then, Miss Faye, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Whatever. Miss Hawthorne, previously in your testimony, you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment that he pushed Dougie. I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court? I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge?
Yes?
Would you please forgive little old me?
Of course he won't. What you did is called perjury. Oh, come now. It was just a little old white lie. Again, I state, this is called perjury! Forget it this time, but please be more careful from now on.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge.
Not at all. Ooh.
The judge had better be more careful himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Jesus. You're saying you actually saw the victim get pushed into the electrical pole?
I know he doesn't look it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be.
Oh, really?
But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad.
Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed.
What?
So let me get this straight.
You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold?
Miss Faye! I'll have to ask you to stop badgering the witness! I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on.
Cheer them on? What do you mean by that?
Well, I wished the best for them both, and that they would each give the fight their all.
It's very sweet of you to be so supportive.
And what happened after that? But Feeny caught up and crashed into him from behind. The cable snapping, Dougie being electrocuted.
That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints found on the back of his leather jacket?
Well, no, there weren't. Madam Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little bit more carefully? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? My Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Ugh.
Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted?
I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away.
That's understandable.
Yes, indeed. It would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold.
If I don't figure out the contradiction here, it's all over. She didn't have much time to come up with her lie, so this is my best chance. There must be a hole in her testimony somewhere. Think, Mia. There's like a lot of holes. That's what I don't get. It's just, I guess, which hole can I present evidence to? The first time was into the electrical pole, and that's when the cable broke, and then Dougie tried his best to run away. Oh god! I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. Whoa! Holy shit! Victor of the Rivers, another $50 donation. What the fuck? Thank you so... What is happening? Thank you so much. This was the first Ace Attorney game I played. It was on the Wii back when I was in middle school. Oh, that's really cute. Thank you for streaming the series. Thank you for watching and for the generous donation. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much. Y'all are being so sweet. Ah, thank you. I'm really enjoying playing this game a lot, if that's not already obvious. I think it's obvious. I'm really enjoying the game a lot. So it truly, it means a lot. All the support. This has been such a special experience.
Victor_of_the_rivers has just tipped $50 through Super Chat. This was the first Ace Attorney game I played.
Oh, thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the double audio there. I have to look into this. And text to speech. Okay. I'll fix up the double audio alert. But again, thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me. The cable snapping and Dougie being electrocuted. I mean, it's probably this then. There we go. That's enough, witness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Could you please take a look at this picture? Oh, cue the...
Look at this photograph.
Oh, that medicine. That's the one Feeny likes to take for his cold. It's not the medicine I want you to take a look at. It's the wristwatch. It stopped at the precise time that the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m.
Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye?
My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping?
Well, according to the student's testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55. Ah!
Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Dalia Hawthorne, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposes that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doug Swallow.
Order in the court. What is this all about?
This is nonsense. The real murderer.
Woo! Even you can't deny that the time between the cable breaking and the electrocution are completely unaccounted for.
Objections all around. Then who was it? Who else are you saying could have done it?
There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. Was there a window of opportunity for the real killer?
Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as this real killer?
Hell yeah, we are. It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We're ready.
Very well, but remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye.
It could only have been you, Dalia Hawthorne.
What? How could you? The defense is grasping at straws.
10 minutes passed between the time the cable broke and the time of the electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hawthorne? Were you really listening to some music while cheering them both on as they fought? I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men dearest to you.
Woo! Chick fight! Order, Miss Faye. What? Oh, I mean, why?
Miss Hawthorne, I believe you did witness the two men fighting on that day. However, after Mr. Wright pushed the victim and subsequently left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Cry, bitch. How can you say something so mean, Madam Faye? I didn't do anything.
Miss Faye, this is very...
Phoenix Wright! Is he defending his girlfriend? Your Honor, please, I have something I want to say! Don't defend your girlfriend. Stop this, Phoenix Wright.
What is it?
Please strike everything the defense said just now from the record. What the? Are you daft? You're totally wrong, Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Phoenix. He'd be simping.
Mr. Wright, get back in your seat. Bailiff, grab that man.
Dolly alone!
That boy, he's gotten himself in way over his head.
Mr. Grossberg, you're back.
It seems I've arrived just in the nick of time. I found the police... I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping.
Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
You better take a good look at it. It details how you came to lose your boyfriend.
Oh. My boyfriend was the lawyer in the cafeteria? Oh, wait, what? That was my boyfriend, Diego Armando? Suspect Dalia Hawthorne, August 27th at 4 p.m. Diego Armando. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee cup. Whoa. Oh me, oh my. So, I'm guessing that the cold killer pills were laced. Dougie was gonna give it back, but the person who laced them was Dalia. And, oh boy. She really wanted her necklace back. To the point where she would kill Phoenix? Wait, that can't be right. That can't be right. That's not it. So, it is unclear how the poison entered the victim's coffee. Oh boy.
Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, really, Your Honor, May I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't worry, my dear. I have this situation well in hand. That is, go right ahead. Madam Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie?
Yes, I am. Not only am I saying that you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright.
I told you that you should let me handle this. Sorry, please go ahead.
How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. This is all just too much for my poor little heart to bear.
I believe the little girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be.
The answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, the same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dalia Hawthorne.
Further testimony? What about?
About the events of the day when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What could that possibly have to do with the case?
The witness claims that she has no reason to frame the defendant. Am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then the court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dalia Hawthorne. Whoa, Mia. Whew, whoa, boy. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Mr. Wright, do that again, and you will be held in contempt of court.
My little lovey-wobby-dubby boy,
Phoenix. And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her!
So, until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow? Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly, I'm ashamed of myself. I think they're still dating. They were working together. They're still dating.
No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle. Ugh.
Oh, God. Maybe you should look for a different line of work.
Despite that, however, he always hands down the correct verdict. That's why some people always call him the Great Judgini.
He's no, like, Houdini, buddy. That's not how that works. The courthouse's reading room? That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madame Faye. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in a courthouse's reading room?
This line of questioning is a waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case.
Miss Faye, I'm warning you, if this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case, I have to remember- oh,
I have to remember the judge is on Dalia's side. I'd better tread carefully. Your Honor, if you'll allow me to some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue with her testimony.
What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse's reading room?
If it pleases you, Your Honor, the answer is simply this.
Lame.
You were writing a paper on what?
On the relationship between modern Senryu poetry and the criminal underworld.
That sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old?
Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff?
Mia, did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so I mean, be ready to read it carefully.
So what was it about Mr. Wright that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he just looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Okay.
Wow.
Perhaps to a woman your age, but to me, Feeny is handsome.
Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's a dime a dozen.
Love is a mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you...
I don't want to know.
He's telling the truth. It was truly...
He's married! What a day. What a day. What a day. This is the first trial. Oh boy.
Beautiful mushroom growing tall in darkness. It comes from cow dung. That's the poem that best describes how I feel about...
Okay, this is not a Phoenix Wright slaughterhouse. This feels like a Phoenix Wright slaughterhouse at this moment. Oh my god. This man didn't do anything wrong. He's literally just a baby girl. Like, at the end of the day, that's all this kid is. You don't need to... Okay. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow?
No, none at all. We parted on very good terms.
Because you never parted. But that can't be.
Our investigation also shows that it was a clean breakup.
Are you sure?
Yes, it seems that they both wanted it that way.
So the victim wanted to break up with her.
So you're saying that Mr. Swallow also wanted to break up with you?
Well, you see... What a cruel thing to ask a lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife.
Good for you.
And no one cares, Mr.
Rare Judge W.
She didn't deny it. That must mean Doug Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature.
Listen to me, Mia. That woman has the judge in the palm of her hand, you see. So the only way to discredit her is to find a contradiction in her testimony.
Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason?
What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Faye?
8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, there was another tragedy.
Another tragedy?
Do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report, and that name is Dalia Hawthorne.
What? Dalia Hawthorne?
Yes, this sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dalia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! This is unbelievable. It's true, then. The loveliest rose
Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it.
Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking.
Pardon me. Go right ahead.
It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Express some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've tied the two crimes together. Now I've just got to stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. You've really lit a fire in my heart and my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoid.
Okay. Okay.
I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment, and then that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
Okay. She was a little bit too specific for something that they know very little about. Okay.
However, as you've heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just about out of tricks.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid that the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before the end of this cross-examination.
Why does the defense suddenly feel stronger?
Mia, you're glowing with a true lawyer's aura, my dear. The proud posture and self-confidence absolutely smashing.
Yes.
What were you talking about with the defense attorney?
Well,
I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
According to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed. He said he wanted to talk about an incident I was caught up in whenever I was younger.
Why don't you tell us all about what that incident was?
That has absolutely nothing at all to do with the case.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne?
Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign.
Don't worry, Dolly! I'll protect you! You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Phoenix, right? Phoenix.
Oh, Feeny, please.
Those two really are making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. How long were you gone?
I've already answered all these questions for the police. But if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes?
And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet?
What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little Dolly doesn't poop!
That's it. You know what? Maybe... Oh, you know what? Okay, you know what? I only have one thing to say. I only have one thing to say about Phoenix Wright. And that one thing to say is... this man has come a very, very long way in just 3 years. Okay.
You heard the defendant, Miss Faye. Better luck next time.
Oh, Feeny, please.
The police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
About how much liquid is 2 teaspoons?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's 1.5 fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it's about 2/3 of that amount.
The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it in there.
A special kind of poison? How so?
Well, I heard that it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh, and where was something like that come from?
I'm sorry, all I know is what I overheard the policeman saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive.
The better question is, how did the criminal get something like that?
So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
And that's the reason that they didn't arrest you? Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison?
I think that's a good enough reason, Madam Faye.
She's right, and I think we've all had enough of Miss Faye's questions.
And so in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for his crime, it was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison.
Then all we have to do is find a way to establish how she could have gotten some, right? Great. Now, just how did a literature student get how did a lit student get a hold of poison? How did a literature student get a hold of poison of all things? Yikes. Oh. Oh boy.
Phoenix. Phoenix has no idea what's around his neck. Oh god. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. Oh my god. Ooh. Anyway.
Imagine being Phoenix Wright and just carrying that around you. All the time. Anyway. That's,
You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab.
You mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University.
Pharmacology?
Her laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems that you had access to such a poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking.
the only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table, you.
Could it be?
That's nothing but a baseless accusation.
May I say something, Madam Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you would need some kind of container.
Yes, that's true.
I was searched immediately after the incident took place.
Quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down.
But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? She's right. They even mentioned that in the report.
Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small.
Excuse me, madam, but this is a court of law. If you were saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof.
Proof? She got me good with that.
Provide some evidence, or I'll have to disallow this line of questioning, Miss Faye. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose the lead.
The police conducted a full body search of Dalia and of the entire courthouse. And yet the container holding the poison disappeared right after the crime occurred.
If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
Your Honor, Phoenix Wright has it. You were forced to get rid of the container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched.
Who is this person?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course.
So the defendant was this witness's accomplice?
Of course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present.
But that's
a charming little necklace. Is this a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye?
Oh my god, the judge. The day that the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago, August 27th, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding the one piece of evidence that would give her away.
Are you saying there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount.
No!
Got him.
Order in the court.
Oh my god, Phoenix, stop.
On behalf of Dalia, I object!
Mr. Wright, control yourself.
I won't let you bully her like this! Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat.
Mr. Wright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her?
Why? Because I'm madly in love with her! Madly in love? I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Dalia Hawthorne want to date you?
Mia, you can't ask that. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too.
Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Dalia Hawthorne is dating you.
You know what? It's because she is madly in love with you, Phoenix Wright.
Naturally, it's because she has fallen madly in love with you, too.
See? Just like I told you!
Mia, are you thinking clearly? That file flies in the face of everything we've learned up to this point.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I even said that. I guess it's because I just like the sound of that phrase, madly in love.
You can't remain a starry-eyed maiden for the rest of your life, you know.
Please, let me think it over one more time, Your Honor. The real reason that Dalia Hawthorne is dating you is to keep you quiet. Naturally, to keep you quiet.
What? To keep me quiet? Keep me quiet about what?
Well,
it seems that the rest of us don't quite understand you, Miss Faye, nor do we understand what this vile secret that Miss Hawthorne holds is.
That's because there is no secret, I tell you.
How tense can you be? Miss Faye, please think it over and try again.
Yes, Your Honor. The real reason that Dalia Hawthorne is dating you is... Dalia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck.
My necklace?
Back there in the waiting room, you said it yourself.
Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing. Please give it back now.
For Dalia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back.
You're lying.
But you never give it back. You never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she...
I don't believe you. Phoenix. No, that's a lie! Ugh. Mia, are you all right? The defendant, he's getting away!
Bailiff, hurry after it! Mia, are you all right?
Yes, I think so.
That boy, he went completely insane!
Where's Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so we should be back soon. My mustache is not... Okay.
Thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
That's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Foolish boy, that's the only thing that could have saved him. What in the blazes are we supposed to do now?
Phoenix is, wow. That's all I gotta say.
Mr. Wright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry.
I'm afraid that your apology is not enough.
Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. You what? You ate it? It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bit. You can't you okay. That's usually metal?
What?
What is he doing now? Your Honor, you've got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? The bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it.
It seems that the defendant has proven the prosecution's case for us. Clearly, that bottle did not contain a deadly poison.
How can you be so sure?
I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, much like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination,
So it would seem. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency.
There. It's all right, rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do, and it's heartwarming to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that's how it is for us on the prosecution side, too.
Phoenix. So, that struck a chord with him.
For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
Phoenix had a moment there. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. But why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in a court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now the suspicion surrounding Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up. I would like to proceed. Yeah, Phoenix has his arc right now. Yes. Mr. Wright. I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. It struck a chord with him. So yeah, that's perfect. Oh god. So like the reason, I mean, we can't forget the reason why Phoenix is studying law on the side right now. So he's literally doing it to chase down Miles Edgeworth and his reputation because he doesn't understand why the tabloids are saying the things that they are about him. And he forgot about that purpose of his. So in this moment, it was actually Payne's words about what it means to be a prosecutor that struck his chord, and he's like, oh, that's why. That actually triggered, like, his purpose for studying law on the side. It just triggered. Oh my god. It's crazy that Payne was the person that said that to get his mind thinking about that. Payne actually just had a W moment. That... Wild. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. That day, the day I met Doug Swallow... Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake, if you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. He was warning me. Just listen to me, there's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time, too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that! Damn, bro. I like the fact that in this moment for Phoenix, the gay overrode his love of Dalia. That is what happened, in essence. In essence! Why am I studying to be a lawyer again? Oh yeah! Fuck you, Dalia. There's one more thing after I pushed him that day. I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly.
Your Honor, the defendant is...
Miss Faye, you tell him. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent. So Dalia stole poison 8 months ago too, huh? If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dalia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before that she killed Doug Swallow. Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye?
If you're so certain about your theory, then let me ask you this.
Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wants to get back. Therefore...
Exactly who was Miss Dalia Hawthorne planning to kill?
There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Dalia Hawthorne's way, and that person was Mr. Phoenix Wright.
That's preposterous! After all, it was Doug Swallow that was murdered.
Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The person that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was in fact you, Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be.
How can that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Miss Hawthorne were in love.
Poor Mr. Wright. This must be killing him. Hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right, the bottle necklace. That's all she cared about.
But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him?
8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria. Dalia Hawthorne could think of only one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made, too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! Beanie, what a joke you are.
Oh my god.
Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you time and time again to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne.
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial.
Fine, I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say.
You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne.
We'll see about that. But first, where's your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Hey, old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you say something instead of sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness like she's a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished.
Fine. Then ask this nasty old hag to finish up already.
That's right, Mia. I can't let her get away this time.
Stop me! If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
I never noticed. Oh.
You'd better think of it over. Oh, that's...
You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't have any evidence that's well-founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof.
Impossible! You can't possibly!
Stupid woman.
It is the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one?
If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Wright.
I understand, Your Honor.
I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's paper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar.
She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Show to the court irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Phoenix Wright's beloved cold medicine.
Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of cold?
If I did, I still wouldn't take this cold medicine.
After all, it's been poisoned. Remember what the defendant said in his testimony?
I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us.
She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Wright was going to take some.
Now you're really grasping at straws. After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, that was holding the medicine.
I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
And what are you talking about?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room, my client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, that's right, she did the same thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dalia Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could carry out her plan to murder Phoenix Wright.
I believe she did testify that she was going to meet with the defendant.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and the victim were arguing about, and the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had left the scene, had come back to check on the victim. And on top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, and she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying that bottle of poisoned cold medicine. She must have thought, what if they search me like they did 8 months ago? Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. Well, we did it, right? Oh, come now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman, she's nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation.
I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some? Well, Mr. Wright ate that necklace of yours. Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? If I'm just a filthy, stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Mia Fey, Mia Fey? Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours. For the time being? Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to go spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. It's finally over.
I refuse to accept this. The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim.
Even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care. I'm Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said.
Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said.
There, it's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very own life.
Wow, okay. Mia's a whammon.
So, if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
Well, yes.
And here comes the backpedal. Come on now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life?
My hair is flying off my beautiful hair! No!
Not the hair. The origin story of the bald is Mia. Mr. Payne, about Miss Dalia Hawthorne?
Yes, Your Honor, I've filed papers for her immediate arrest.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie, just admit that you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Faye?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dalia Hawthorne seem to know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening! It's a nightmare! It's like losing to my daughter!
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly!
Very well then, I believe I am ready to pass my judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds the defendant, Phoenix Wright, chat, not guilty! Woo! Phoenix Wright, congratulations. Oh my god. See, okay, the future of this game has me very scared because throughout these two games and this case, which takes place 4 years ago, we have made a lot of enemies. And we do not know how much jail time they have. So, like, when they get out of jail, I'm, like, kind of concerned. I don't know how the punishments exactly work in this game, but like, so now we have Morgan, who's sitting in jail and definitely wants a piece of my ass, and Dalia Hawthorne is gonna come out of jail and realize that Mia's dead, so who's the next person she's gonna try to take it out on? Well, Phoenix. So now Dalia could also want a piece of my ass. Everybody that we've got, I feel like I'm just in danger, you know? I don't feel safe. I feel like Phoenix Wright has just racked up his enemies so much. And I'm like, are we gonna be okay? I don't feel like I'm gonna be okay. We're wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Oh, God. Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them?
That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with the client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright. Congratulations. Thanks. You know, I was thinking... Go on.
The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand, I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, The Dalia I know could never have said those kinds of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something. She has a twin. Boy, this poor kid still hasn't got a clue. Okay, but like, what if, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Phoenix has bullshitted his way in life a lot. And sometimes, this has happened on more than one occasion, that Phoenix's bullshit has actually shed some light. He could be saying that she was a fake. And gosh darn it, by the miracle of whatever it is that Phoenix right, he actually could be right. What if she had a twin? What if she was a fake? And then they pull in the wrong one in jail, and then the other one just takes revenge on Phoenix's ass. Like, I'm just not ruling it out, because Phoenix's bluffing and bullshit sometimes does. It sometimes does actually become true. And we have a lot of evidence of this. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. Try to grow up a little. But, out of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does this guy keep? Right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself. That's what you keep saying. But I thought that you were in the art department. Well, yeah, I am. But there's a friend that I desperately want to help. Oh, gay. And if I hurry, then I should be able to save him in time. I see. Say, Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Aw. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became a lawyer like I planned, and I managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone. But even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back to her words of wisdom. But that is a story for another day. No, I don't want to... No! I want to know what's next! I want to know what's next! No! Maybe I just keep going, even though I really shouldn't keep going. I really have like a jack full packed evening to get to. Maybe I can... Like staring at the time. Maybe I can... Oh, I want to keep going so bad. Oh, fuck. I don't know what to do. Okay, you know what? I need to savor it. I shouldn't push. I'm having too much fun with this game. We should savor the moments. Okay. We're done. All right, we're done. I don't want to take this playthrough too fast because I am living my best life right now and I don't want to push it. So, yeah, I will get off and attend to my things. Tomorrow, reminder, there is no stream tomorrow. I'll be traveling all day. Friday, a stream is likely to happen, but if it's late, don't yell at me. I'm not 100% sure. I will probably still stream on Friday, but it depends on how fast I can get myself acquainted and set up in my new location. So Friday's setup might be a little bit jank and different, but we'll see how that goes. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you for all the crazy amount of donations today. Seriously, holy shit, y'all popped off. I really can't thank you guys enough for all the support, all the new subs, all the memberships, all the donations. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys on Friday, okay? See you guys in 2 days, and don't forget, don't be stupid. Bye, everybody!